Do bugs follow processes? Yes, no, maybe. Let's check it out. Hello everyone, hope you all are doing well. Welcome to this brand new video. Here we are going to discuss about, do bugs follow formal processes? Okay, so let's get started. What we are going to discuss here is what is a bug, what is a process, just to set up the context, and that will go with the food for thoughts, which will help us to find out the answer to this question. That is, do bugs follow formal processes? Now, of course, on the internet there are several definitions for a bug or for a process. I have collected a couple of them just to set up the context. Let's see what is a bug. A flaw in a component or system that can cause the component or system to fail to perform its required function. This definition is from the ISTQB book. Next definition, my favorite one. Bug is anything that threatens the value of the product. This definition is from developsense.com. Now let's look at what is a process. A series of actions or steps taken in order to achieve a particular end. The next one is, a process is a series of steps and decisions involved in the way work is completed. Now let's see what we have in the food for thoughts. Now before I read out this items or this information, let me tell you. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to walk you through an example. Walk you through an example. Now try to relate this example with your current project, the enhancement or ticket you are testing at office or at a professional front. Let's say you have executed 50 test cases for one of the enhancement. This is just a number for understanding purpose, and you have reported 19 bugs while executing those set of test cases or 50 test cases, for example. Question: all the 19 bugs that you have reported were against individual test cases out of those set of test cases that you have written. Now I want you to pause this video, let's say for 30 seconds, think over it. uh, try to relate this example, try to connect this example with your current project or current ticket that you are testing, and try to think of answer to this question and come back. Okay, I assume you have paused the video, you have given a thought around it, and you may have some answer around this question. Now let me tell you my answer to this question based on my experiences. My answer would be no. All the bugs that I have found or I have reported, not necessarily against the test cases that I have written. Some of the bugs or defect that I have reported would be exactly tied up with the test case that I have written, which is fine, which is expected at a certain level. But at the same time, there could be certain bugs or a bug which I have found and reported was not against a specific test cases, was not against a specific test case. So what it reveals is, though we may have structured test cases, but bugs are not structured. Bugs could be of any form, of any type, be it a functional, be it a non-functional, be it a structural. But bugs are not having a proper set of processes or structured way of appearing. Point is, if you really want to collect the information, or rather I would say, if you really want to achieve the goal of testing, uh, then you need to focus on structured, you need to focus or use the structured way as well as unstructured or exploratory way. What I mean by that, so let's first understand the goal of testing. Goal of testing is to collect the information about the software, of course including finding bugs. When I say finding information about the software, means telling a testing story, kind of efforts as a tester you have put in testing. Telling story about the product, what kind of information you have collected about the product, what is working, what is not working, what can be improved, what suggestion that you could bring to the table, so on and so forth. And of course, as I said earlier, also including finding the defects. That is the goal of testing. Now, to achieve that, you can use confirmatory way, confirmatory activities, as well as exploratory way, exploratory activities. So you have, let's say, collected, you have gone through the gathered requirements, you have collected all information through those requirements, you have come up with your understanding, You have validated your understanding with the stakeholders. You have taken certain inputs in terms of impact and all. You have come up with a list of test scenarios, test cases. You have reviewed those with the stakeholders. You have taken whatever input that they have given, incorporated them into your test suite, and now you are into execution mode, execution phase. You are executing test cases. You are also finding defects. But as is highlighted in the above example that I have mentioned, all the bugs that you have found were not against the uh, test case that you have written. So your structured way of testing will contribute, will help to achieve the testing goal, but not 100%. You need to shake your hands with the another way, that is your exploratory way. You need to, as a tester, you need to collect the information about the product by becoming a friend of that product, by playing with the product, by different exploring, experimenting and experience, exploring and experimenting different workflows, be it a screen, individual screen, be it individual module, or be it a set of modules, be it end-to-end business workflows, and so on and so forth. So expertise is also important. So as based on this example, as we understand, bugs may not have a structured way. So why, as a tester or as a testing team, we should just adhere to the structured way of collecting the information, achieving the goal of testing? We should go beyond that. In addition to the conformity testing or conformity activities, we should also take exploratory activities or exploratory approaches in mind and contribute to a goal of testing. So, in conclusion, I would say bugs do not follow any processes or standards. They may have certain patterns, be it a functional, non-functional structure. They may have certain patterns, but they may not have structured way of appearing. So, as a tester, when we try to collect the information about a product, achieving the goal of software testing, including finding bugs, we shouldn't just limit to confirmatory activity. We should go beyond that. We should also take help of exploratory activities. Test cases certainly help in testing. However, testing shouldn't be limited to test case writing and execution. That is confirmatory activity. We should strive or put efforts for making software testing as an exploratory activity rather than just the confirmatory activity. I hope this video helps you or gives you some notion or gives you some triggering point which you can think over and do your job in a better way. Thank you. Thanks for watching the video. Have a great day.